Hi, my name is Alistair Turnbull and I am an author. I've written a book called Robert Burns' Women, which is a book that looks at 12 poems inspired by women in his life. It tells you who the women were, what the outcome of the relationship was, whether it was good or bad, and what kind of relationship it was. And it also looks at the poems and tells you more about the poems themselves. I also include a modern translation of each poem because the language that Robert used is quite difficult to understand in the modern day. The poem I'm going to look at just now is A Fond Kiss, which I think is one of the most beautiful and romantic poems ever written by anyone. It's actually a tale of a parting between two people who will never see each other again. And it's inspired by him having to leave a woman called Nancy Meckelhose. He met her at a party in Edinburgh at our friend's house. There was a very strong attraction between the two of them, and they corresponded for a long time. They inspired some great poetry, and some very heartfelt lines have been written between them. Nancy had to go eventually and try and reconcile with her husband, who was living in Jamaica. So Burns wrote the poem A Fond Kiss about them parting and never meeting again. So let me read the poem to you and then read the modern translation. And here we go. I have the poem in front of me, please excuse me for that. It's A Fond Kiss by Robert Burns, written in 1791. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, alas, for ever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Who shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Me nae cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around benights me. I'll ne'er blame my partial fancy, Nathan could resist my Nancy, but to see her was to love her, love but her, and love forever. Had we never loved sae kindly, had we never loved sae blindly, never met or never parted, we'd hae never been broken-hearted. Fare thee weel, thou first and fairest, fare thee weel, thou best and dearest. Thine be ilka joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love and pleasure. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Here's the modern translation of A Fond Kiss. Doesn't sound as good, but it lets you more understand what's being said in the original poem. A Fond Kiss, a modern translation. One fond kiss and then we sever. One farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge you, warring sighs and groans I'll wage you. Who shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Me no cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around overtakes me. I'll never blame my partial fancy, nothing could resist my Nancy, but to see her was to love her, love but her and love forever. Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met or never parted, we'd have never been broken-hearted. Fare you well, you first and fairest, fare you well, you best and dearest. Yours be every joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love and pleasure. One fond kiss, and then we sever. One farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge you, warring sighs and groans I'll wage you. Just to give you a little bit extra after that, Nancy did sail off to Jamaica to meet with her estranged husband. When she got there, she found that her husband had become a slave owner and was actually living with one of the black slaves, and they had a daughter together. She immediately returned on the boat that she arrived in, and when she got back to Scotland, she found that Burns's love for her had dimmed a little bit. So it never worked out very well for her. There you go. The book I've written is available for download on Amazon, iTunes, Kobo. Please look it up. It's Robert Burns, Women, and it's 12 poems about women and inspired by women in his life. Please read it, please enjoy it, and please leave me a review. A review would be excellent, as I am a very, very unknown author. Until then, until the next book, which is going to be Robert Burns' Nature, 12 Poems Inspired by Nature, then I hope you enjoy Burns and continue reading him. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching.